First, I don't know if we were created by God or we are basically freaks of nature, that certain things came together and here you and I are. If you look at the world, imagine you're driving somewhere in Oakland and it's say 1:30 in the morning and the light on the dashboard comes on because you're running out of gas. And there is a gas station just down the street and you can see it. But as you're driving, you realize there are people walking with guns, there are people walking with baseball bats, and there are people walking with knives. But they desperately need gas. You certainly don't want to get stuck there. So you drive into the gas station. Are you going to feel anxious? Are you going to be fearful? If you don't have anxiety and if you don't have fear, you must be stupid, or there must be something wrong with your brain. Because what these two components will do for you is, when you're driving to the gas station, be cautious, pay attention, don't trust anything. And what anxiety and fear are doing for you are telling you, the world is dangerous, pay attention. There is a good chance that bread, the price of bread or eggs could jump to 20 bucks. Go to Trader Joe's, especially if you know that you're an athlete and like Sylvester Stallone, you have to kind of shove down your throat like 50 eggs a day. That's your diet. And in the absence of having eggs, well, what you have is anxiety. So what do you do to prevent anxiety to overtake you? Well, you go to Trader Joe's and you buy all the eggs that they have. Greed is good. Now, you can have anxiety linked to certain facts of life, or you could have anxiety because it's part of your imaginative life. Shakespeare has all these plays where this woman loves this man. I mean, she really, really, really loves him. But he has streaks of jealousy inside him, that she's going to leave him, she's going to be with other men. So what he does, because he becomes so anxious and so fearful of this woman leaving him, one night when she sleeps, he grabs a knife and slits her throat. If I kill her, she will never leave me. So if you have imaginations that create anxiety, what we call panic attacks, then that's something, I suppose, maybe your brain chemistry is kind of off a little, maybe drugs can help you, maybe you need therapy, maybe someone needs to slap some reality into your brain. If on the other hand, your anxiety really has to do with facts of life, if you live in Texas, and if that is your skin color, and if you don't look white American the way they look in Texas, you should be anxious when you walk the streets. You should be fearful. And it's not just about you, because your anxiety allows your parents to also be comfortable. They know that their son is going to go out, they're going to come home, he's going to come home. If you're married, your wife knows she's still going to have a husband. Your kids know that they're still going to have a father coming home. Without anxiety, it's no good. There is this rare type of a disease where some kids just don't feel pain. They just don't feel pain. So you can grab a hammer and smack them on the wrist, they won't feel anything. You can put their hand under a saw and cut their wrist, they won't feel anything. And oftentimes they pull their hair, they bite their own tongue to the point that it's going to just be cut off. And so what parents do is they put like goggles, they put gloves, because without fear or without experiencing pain, you jeopardize your own demise. So anxiety is really, really good. You should be, as a young man, anxious about what your grade will be in this class. Why? If it's a C, you won't get accepted to Stanford. If it's an A, you will be. A person of color like you, from a different heritage, in a country such as this, where at any time you could be canned, anxiety will save and protect you. There's nothing wrong with it. If I ask you what's 2 plus 2, what's the answer? You don't have anxiety about that? You don't have any fear of being wrong? Future is always going to be uncertain. If I was to ask you what's 5,525 times 988, what's the answer? There you go. So whenever you are confronted with things you don't know, there goes your power. 2 plus 2 is easy. You have the power. You've been trained well. But the other equation, you have 0 power, which means that just in case you're an introvert, you are shy, you have anxiety when it comes to public speaking, when you can't give me the answer, you say, oh my God, 40 people are looking at me. I knew I was dumb, but now I really feel dumb. Now anxiety comes about. So anxiety and fear are indication that you don't really have a lot of power over your physical environment. And what you'll do is you kind of look at the environment, you say, okay, can I be in the ring with Mike Tyson, go 12 rounds? You say no. That's a good fear and anxiety to have because you studied. If on the other hand, you're in a ring with your grandmother, there is no anxiety. The only thing you fear is, I will punch you, just not too hard. And remember, in life, you're always going to be put in situations where we have zero power. You'll be anxious, you'll be frustrated, you'll be confused, you'll be angry. The best thing any of you in this class can do, stay in school.